Welcome to episode 3 of my Fall Deep Clean series. In today's episode, I'm going to be cleaning and reorganizing my pantry. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you clicking on this video. When I clean and reorganize my pantry, I always like to go shelf by shelf. I find it easier to get it done this way as opposed to taking everything out of the pantry. I just work on one shelf at a time. So I'm starting with the top shelf here. I have the standard builder grade wired shelves, which also makes it easier to keep up and clean because I don't have to go through and dust off everything on here, since most of the dust, or if anything spills, falls through and I can just take care of it right away. My biggest tip for organizing your pantry is to figure out what works for you. You might have to do some trial and error to get to the point where you find what works best for you and your family, and also this will change up depending on the size of your pantry. Ours is just like a closet size pantry, so there's not too much space, which I actually do like because it keeps it easy to keep up with, and I try my best to keep this organized as often as possible and not hold too much food, so then we actually use what we have. So in the basket that I just put up, I always keep kind of baking supplies that I need. So there's like brown sugar, there's flaxseed, there's some extra sugar and chocolate chips in there. If I'm baking, I can just pull the whole basket down and have everything right there that I need. And in one of my cabinets is where I keep all like the flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, that kind of stuff. The rest of the things that I keep up here are things that we don't use that often. We just like to have on hand in case. So these are little boxes of cornbread. There's some seasonings that my husband picked up from Louisiana that he wanted to try back there. Cake mixes, pancake mix, some ready bagged rice. So I just keep all these in the boxes because, like I said, we don't use them all the time, but like to have them on hand in case we do want to use them. It's really popular and such a big trend to decant everything and have clear containers for everything. I have a few clear containers for some things that I've collected over the years. Other things I just leave in their packages. I find it to be a little easier, and sometimes these clear containers can be rather expensive. So don't feel like you have to decant everything if that just doesn't work for your budget or your lifestyle. Again, do what works for you and make it functional so that you're using up what you have. On the second shelf, we keep some canned goods. This is mainly beans that we use for tacos or chili. I do have one of those canned risers on this shelf to keep them organized so that we can see what we have. So I went through and there were a couple that were expired, so I got rid of those. Then we have a couple cans of quinoa and our cereal boxes. My husband and my son love cereal, so we keep a few choices of cereal on hand. And our peanut butter is on here as well. And then in this little box that I have, we have some puddings. This box is from IKEA. Its original intent is for a drawer organizer, but I had so many on hand, I figured I would just use them since I already had them to keep little things like this organized. This cookie jar we were given as a Christmas gift. I believe somebody had made cookies and had them in this jar. It was really cute. So I just used this jar for our crackers. With having a 1-year-old, we go through a lot of crackers, and one of my favorite snacks are peanut butter crackers. So I am using this. I already have it. Look around your house to see what kind of containers you have that you could potentially use in your pantry, as opposed to having to go out and spend money on new containers. The third shelf, I have another one of those IKEA box containers. We keep those cans, those little plastic cans of fruit in, and then we do have some clear containers. I only have these 4. I like to keep the snacks that my son is going through currently, so then when we open the pantry, he can kind of pick out which one he wants to have, and then I know when we're running low on his snacks and can refill them for the upcoming week. Then I have these 2 wire baskets. In one of them, I keep everything that we would use for trail mix. I love trail mix. That's one of my favorite snacks. It's easy, and you can make it in so many different ways. So we have a bunch of different kinds of nuts. We have craisins. A lot of times I'll keep some M&Ms in here. So I'm just going through and seeing if they are all still good, if there's any that are expired, or if there's something that got misplaced in this basket that I need to move back. In the second basket, we keep extra like dressings. We have syrup in there, barbecue sauce, honey, things like that we have extras of. I know these Oreos are kind of old. They've been in here a while, so I'm sure they're stale at this point. So I'm going to get rid of them and quickly clean out this container so then I can replace it with a different snack that we have. These goldfish containers are so big, so I don't like to keep them if I don't have to. They take up a lot of space and they don't close very well, so the fish crackers get stale quickly. So I filled up as much as I could in the container. The rest I'm going to put in these baggies, and then I can just move them from the baggie to the container once the container gets lower. Now I'm just looking through what other snacks we have that I could put in the fourth container. Something that my son likes to eat, or could be coming out of a bag to grab and go a little bit easier, is what I usually look for this container. I don't see anything right now, so I'm gonna just leave it empty until I continue cleaning out the pantry to find what would work in there. The fourth shelf, we have a basket that I keep grab and go type of snacks. We have a lot of bars in there, and there's some of those squeeze pouches for my son. We have little baggies of cookies and some popcorn that we keep in there. I like it to be just like a station where we can quickly grab a snack from. And a place where I keep things that are already packaged individually that I can take out of boxes. The air vent is on the other side of this wall, which is making this wall little shelf part here that you see. So I keep my Vitamix here. It's an easy place for me to put it. We use it almost every single day. It's bulky and heavy and kind of an awkward shape since it's so tall. So this place has worked out really well. And then right behind it, I keep any protein powder, shake mix type thing. We also keep on this shelf, I have oats. There's beef jerky in the container behind it. We have this old pretzel container that we keep our rice in. It's worked out really well. It closes nice and tight. It's see-through so we can see how much rice we have left over. We use a lot of rice in our house. That's something that's a go-to for us. And then there's these old protein containers that we actually keep our dog treats in. On the floor of the pantry, we keep that container I just moved out, which is our dog food. We have a little box that I keep extra vinegar and olive oil in, and then I have these two baskets. One we keep chips and extra snacks in, and the other one we keep extra plastic ware, like plastic bags, saran wrap, foil, things like that. I've seen some pantries like this, and people have put rolling carts down here to use up more of the space. I think that's a really great idea, and I'm really considering getting some, or at least one, to put in here so then we can use more of the vertical space. I do feel like this is kind of a waste of the space, but it also works for what we need it to. Leave a comment down below what you think, if I should get a rolling cart or if I should leave it like this. If you have an opinion, if you do have rolling carts and it's worked out well, I'd love to hear. Please leave a comment down below saying hi, especially if you're new and I have not met you yet. I'd love to meet you. I have been really enjoying reading all of your comments and commenting back. Thank you so much to those of you who have watched multiple of my videos and left me comments. It's been really fun. Some of them I've even read out loud to my husband, and we've been having so much fun getting to know you and reading your comments and seeing what you all think of my videos or answers to questions I've asked. It's been really, really fun. So thank you so much for leaving me comments. If you are new, please consider subscribing. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Right now on Fridays, I am doing a deep clean series where I'm doing different areas in my house to prep for the holidays, as we do a lot of hosting. This is number 3 in that series, so go back and watch episode 1 and 2. Now I'm just going to vacuum and mop, and I'm going to wipe down some of the walls. It looked like something had spilled in here, so I'm going to make sure this is all nice and cleaned up before I put the baskets back in. While I vacuum and mop, I thought we could talk about something I've been thinking a lot about, which is goals. I am somebody who thinks a lot about goals. I like to think about the future, what is in store for me, what goals I have for myself, how I'm going to set them, and how I'm going to achieve them. So I just encourage you to do that for yourself as well. Think about what things you want in your future, where you're at right now in life, and where you hope to see yourself going and how you're going to get there. I think a lot of this has to do with those that we have around us. Sometimes my goals I've set, especially like in my career, I've set goals based off of who is in front of me. So like supervisors or managers or somebody who's been in the company for a long time. What are they doing? Why are they there? What have they done to get to where they are? And what things can I learn from them to move myself as well? I love to learn. I'm a lifelong learner for sure. I hope every day that I learn something new, no matter what it is. And I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of people in my life that I've been able to look up to and learn from. So I strive every day to try to find something that I can look to someone to learn from. I also think that our goals are highly affected by our mental status. So what are you watching on TV? What books are you reading? What are you listening to? Whether it's music or podcasts. Really think about those things and if they're helping you in your life or not really helping you at all. If sometimes we just use those things as escapes, I think that's fine sometimes, but some things I found myself watching and I'm kind of like, oh, why am I watching this? This really is not doing anything to help my mental status at all. It's kind of dragging me down, not helping me sleep any better. So I could choose something a little bit better or read something that's going to teach me. Or I really do enjoy podcasts, especially when I'm driving. I love listening to podcasts. I think that's such a great use of your time because sometimes driving can be a waste of time, especially if you're driving a long distance. So find some podcasts that you really enjoy. I have a whole bunch that I do like listening to. Also, your physical health, I think, plays a role in this too. Are you exercising every day? What is it that you're eating? And your environment. For me, having a clean, organized environment takes a huge effect and toll on me Mentally, I do much better if my house is clean and organized. If it's not, I feel a little chaotic. And I kind of do feel you can tell what stage of life I'm in or how I'm doing by what my house looks like. And also, who are you spending time with? Who are your friends? Are they bringing you joy? Are they motivating you? Are they inspiring you? Are they bringing positivity in your life? Or are they causing chaos and stress and kind of uneasiness? So just think of all these little things. Think of where you hope to be going in the next year, in the next 5 years, and are all these things that you're doing on a daily basis helping you to get there or holding you back? I just wanted to give you these things to think about, hopefully give you some encouragement, some positivity, and help you in whatever stage you are in your life. Leave a comment down below if you have other suggestions of positive things that we can do to improve our daily lives. I knew I had some kind of snack that I could put in this container. It took me a little bit to find something. So now I have all 4 of these containers filled with snacks and options that my son could eat. I don't like to label these because they change up weekly depending on what we get from the grocery store. And if you label them, sometimes you kind of get stuck into thinking you have to put that particular food or whatever you labeled it in there. So I have not chosen to put labels on them and most likely will not. Now I'm just adding more of my protein shake into this container. It's easier to grab out of this than have these bags hanging around. These next 2 containers are old protein shake containers that we used up and cleaned out, and now we keep our dog's treats in them. So I'm just refilling them, and my dog loves these so much because he knows that his treats are in them. They were something we already had on hand, easy to use, they close really nice, they're easy to open, so a few times a day we can come in here and grab her a treat. The ones I'm filling right now are her absolute favorite. They're a little duck bacon. Once we found these, she's never been able to go back to another treat. She's always hoping that it's these. Here's an overview of my finished, clean, and organized pantry. It's not perfect by any means, but it works really well for us. I've used a lot of containers that we already had in the house, a few we had to purchase, but like I said, sometimes these things can be rather expensive. So look around your house, see what things you already have that you could use, you could repurpose for things that'll work and function well for you and your family. Thank you so much. If you've made it to the end of this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet, please don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday and can't wait to see you on Tuesday for my next video.